Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to what could be the last chapter of BioShock. We had a bit of a worrisome moment in the last one. Where we thought we might have lost an hour's worth of gameplay. But luckily that was not the case. We figured out a way around it. Can't go there. Optimized genetics, okay. This way. We're gonna get the last bit of sounding like a Big Daddy. We're gonna get a Big Daddy face horn or whatever it'll be. Oh, fish. And then we should be able to carry on to the proving grounds. Poor cat. What's the signs? Little Sister's Orphanage. Genetic research. What's this room for? Just some ammo and stuff, I guess. I don't think there's anything else in here, right? Nah. Ah, tape.
Fontaine is dead. Bad for Fontaine. Good for Suchong. Play hard to get for a bit. Then Mr. Ryan get hungry for me. Tenenbaum gone, Fontaine gone. Suchong only one who know all about little sister. Like I said, it's very good for Suchong.
It is very good for Suchong. It is.
Here is where you'll be finding the voice box to have sound like one of those Big Daddy's repulsive creatures.
Fuck. Why'd you come running? Suchong number one. Yep. Okay. What does this place look like? Oh my god. Is there a second floor? Doesn't look like it, no. That. That seems bad. Temporary generator override. Oh, okay. Settle down, large father. Ooh, chips. It's temporary though. What?
Keep away from my...
Hmm? What did you say? Something to do with... Oh no, I'm dead now? just really unlucky. He was just an unfortunate accident of copping a crossbow bolt to the face. I love that occasionally it pops up with a tutorial hint of like, search containers for loot. It's like, dude, I'm doing everything. Every container is getting searched. Way too many containers are being searched.
I'll admit Fontaine showed some foresight when he built up the plasmid business, but the man really never understood sales. Hiding those little girls beneath a bushel. I've just seen the preliminary design work on the new plasmid machines, and they're exactly what I wanted. Mark my words, presented properly, those little sisters are marketing gold.
Look around you, kid. You think two-bit heroics count for a fig in this pit? You're staring down the puke stain of Ryan's busted dream. You think there's something worth saving down here? Then you deserve to gargle with the rest of these scrubs.
She had a bad day.
Atlas is a friend of the parasite. Don't be a friend of Atlas.
Weapon upgrade! Yes. 5 fully upgraded weapons. But you know what? I won't get a chance to upgrade all of them because the last weapon upgrade spot is in Cohen's room. And you can't get in there unless you leave him alive at Fort Frolic. Jack's real personality is starting to show, so glad he's just a figment of our imagination. I'm pretty glad about that too. Pretty city. So nice. Like, I would love a full-blown, like, open world exploration game in Rapture. Just for the ability, like, not the indoors. The indoors are pretty meh for a lot of the time. Not all of them. Sometimes they are very good. But a lot of it is kind of like, oh yeah.
A man's entitled to a few mistakes.
But full like city exploration type game. I'd love it. I would love it. It's just such a gorgeous place. Uh-oh.
How's that? I know you're here, and I'm itching for a nut.
Double kill. Well, not double kill, team kill. Team kill? No, that's not it. Teamwork? Something like that. Anything in here? Not really. Maybe over this way? Nope, not really. We got that side room, we got this middle generator room.
You think turning yourself into one of those tin men is a two-way street?
No?
The crowd's holding auditions for the Frankenstein parade, and you're first in line.
Voice box modification machine. That doesn't look fun. That doesn't look fun.
Yes. Now this is a Big Daddy. Are you ready? Now go to the Little Sister vent by the proving grounds.
I've got Rapture now. I've got the Atom now. You think that tin suit's even half enough to put the scare in me?
How dare you pretend to be a real person? A real corpse. Alright, so we gotta do...
God damn it! I shouldn't have to pay for these.
Ugh. So you're proposing Skyrim with guns in the ocean? Yeah, kind of.
Wish they'd die. Don't like them when they're filthy.
The parasite takes 3 hits.
Run! We were just getting started!
Ow! What are you doing in here? Get out of here. And then you, and you, then you, you, and you. Yeah, Skyrim with guns in the ocean sounds sick. Especially if there's something that, like, maybe later in the game that you can do that will make it so that you can go outside. Oh, here it comes.
This is
Alright, let's go and be a big daddy.
Welcome to the circus of value.
Right in the butt.
You need to bring them out of hiding and then they'll let you in the door. Go on, hit the vent with your wrench.
Ah. Come on.
Und bitte. It would mean very much to me if you will be gentle with the girls. Mein kleines Mädchen.
My smallest what? My smallest something. To the proving grounds. Why children take so long to grow? They eat, they drink like a pig and give nothing back. Must find a way to accelerate the process. Righto, Suchong. Hello.
The little ones will lead you to Fontaine, but you must protect them.
That's it, kid. It's been a long road. You don't even remember most of it. Put you on a soap when you were just a sprout.
Hurry, Mr. B. I can see.
Wait. I can swap out this one. Or... Human Inferno is good for fire. Yeah. And then... they're pretty much fine for the rest of them, I think.
Dancing in the sky.
It's an angel, is it? Is that right? Oh, that's right. Okay.
Don't be a slowpoke, Mr. B.
Sorry.
Angels don't wait for slowpokes.
Big old shootout down there.
Hurry, Mr. Bubbles.
Oh. Alright. Fine, that's... okay.
Hurry, Mr. B. Angels are waiting for us.
I really wound you up with that wife and child bit. Oh, me poor Moira. Me wee baby Patrick. Maybe one day I'll get me a real family. They play well with the suckers.
Don't be a slowpoke, Mr. B. Angels don't wait for slowpokes. Little thing! Come out and fight there! Hurry! Hurry, Mr. Bubbles!
Done.
Hurry,
That's our
Mr.
camera
B.
now.
I can see the angel dancing
Can ya?
in
That's
the
good.
sky.
He's just dancing.
Hurry, Mr. B. Angels are waiting for us.
Mr. Bubbles. Yep.
Even
Maybe
though
we
they
can
are
finally...
physically free of the need to gather, Suchong's mental conditioning still holds them to their terrible
Time
past.
to go, Mr.
For sins such as this, he can never atone.
Hurry, Mr. B.
Maybe we could finally get that teleporting plasmid. Yeah. I didn't fall for the Moira bit because I used to play Overwatch. Yeah.
Angels are waiting for our Hurry! Hurry, Mr. Bubbles!
Better than ever.
Hurry, Mr. B. I can see the angel dancing in the sky. Special. Don't be a slowpoke, Mr.
Hey.
B. Wait for slowpoke. Time to go, Mr. B.
Okay. Might you goodly dance like an angel in the sky? Yeah, he's just dancing.
Angels are waiting for our
Come on.
Time to go, Mr. B. Kill him! Kill him! Hurry! Hurry, Mr. Bubbles!
Watch out! For certain their harvesting will draw the attention of this slicer.
Don't be a slowpoke, Mr. B.
Yeah, it does.
Angels don't wait for slowpoke.
You stupid fucking robot.
Hurry, Mr. B! Dancing in the sky. This angel looks like dancing.
Does he? You're strange.
I said him, Mr. B. Time to go, Mr. B. I like it.
Yeah, that's good. Good for you. Someone was here and then they fell over and they're dead now.
It looks sad, Mr. B. Hop, hop, Mr. B. No time to wait. Hurry, Mr. B. Angels are waiting for kisses.
Alright. Ow.
Don't be a slowpoke, Mr. B. Angels
Relax, I
don't
just hurt
wait
myself.
for slowpokes.
Bit of napalm.
Hurry, Mr. B.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Angels dancing in the sky.
Oh, hey. Bad turret.
Tear him into little bits.
No. Why you follow me?
Hurry, hurry, Mr. Bubbles. I'm ready for
Hello.
dream time, Mr. B. Time to go, Mr. B. Hurry, Mr. B.
What you doing?
Angels are waiting for
A Rapture reminder. We all have bills to pay. Take a little extra out. Great.
Hurry, hurry, Mr.
Stay on the
Bubbles.
level.
Oh, hey. Fucking look out,
Mr.
hey?
B. Angels are waiting for our kisses.
Sure. Well, terrifying. The red light behind that door. But I don't exactly appreciate it.
Mr. B, no time to waste.
No time to waste and open the door.
Hurry, Mr. B. I can see the angels dancing in the
I'm
sky.
stuck. Money.
Don't be a slowpoke. Angels don't wait for slowpokes.
Wait. Don't you walk into it?
Hop, hop, Mr. B.
I'm hopping.
No time to wait.
That's all you got?
Hurry, Mr. B.
Oh, mate, I'm trying. Get stuck on everything.
Kisses. Hurry, hurry,
Oh
Mr.
my god,
Bubbles.
can you slow down?
Come on! You're only making this hard for us!
Time to go, Mr.
What the fuck is going on? I can't see shit. Hello? Okay, that's it. It's Tommy gun time.
Don't be
Hurry!
a slowpoke.
The harvesting anything will draw the attention of the
Angels
slicer.
don't wait for slowpoke. It was pretty angel. Hurry! Hurry, Mr. Bubbles!
You attack like man! Do as I say!
What?
Hold still!
I'm
And it won't hurt!
Hold on, I'm reloading.
hop on, Mr. B. No time to wait. Hurry, Mr. B. Angels.
You done?
Hurry, Mr. B. I
Moose.
can see angels
Moose. He looks like a happy moose.
in the sky.
That's the problem with a lot of taxidermied stuff. They never look particularly happy, and when they do, they look terrifying. He looks like a happy moose.
Don't be a slowpoke, Mr. B. Angels don't wait for slowpokes.
Can I deactivate you and reactivate you so that... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Is that tall?
Hurry, Mr.
Oh, fuck! I'm sorry. Not working on you. Alright, new plan. Not what I wanted.
Don't be a slowpoke, Mr. B. Angels don't wait for slowpokes.
Instant lockbox. Yeah, alright.
Better for the girls to be with you. Better with you than alone. Alone in the crawling darkness.
Dancing in the sky.
Like an angel.
Time to go, Mr. B.
Yeah? What's in here? Oh, proximity mines. Eve.
Hurry! Hurry, Mr. Bubbles!
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Hop, Mr. B! No time to wait.
That might be plenty for the working scrubs and the pencil pushers, but I need more. More! I want a slice till there ain't nothing left to slice with!
Fontaine is nearby. You are reaching close now.
Oh, I'm ready for dream time, Mr. Bubbles. Hurry, Mr. B! Angels are waiting for us.
Busy.
There. You must use the needle of the little sister to drain Fontaine of his Adam. It is the only way to defeat him.
The only way, is it?
Take this!
Bienvenido al amor.
Stick it in the bag, man!
Stick it in his butt.
Fontaine
Goodbye,
waits
child.
above. There will be no going back from here. Make sure you are ready to face him before moving on.
Ooh, are we at the end already? Guess we are, hey? Director's commentary.
The illusion of choice is a thinly veiled dynamic that drives many single-player gaming experiences. And while many developers spend a lot of time trying to convince players that choice is real and authentic in their games, the truth more often is that choice is a superficial concept in gaming narrative. BioShock confronted this idea head-on, searing into our minds a innocuous three-word phrase with an
kindly?
unforgettable new meaning. Would you kindly?
Yeah, it did. Not gonna lie, Mr. B, I'm getting eepy. Yeah, well, I mean, Okay. Couple of little side areas in the back bit here. There's a gift shop back there as well. We'll go and check real quick, just in case there's anything cool. There probably won't be, but you never know. Could be some little cool bits and pieces. It's probably all mostly going to be like ammo or whatever. Oh, that's a dead end. I'm gonna go down and let me out. Can you not? Make sure you've done everything you want to do. You won't be able to come back. It's like, yeah, okay, so you made me walk all the way back around? Ow. I make Big Daddy noises now. I want to check out that gift shop. Was alive in here? No, doesn't look like it. My mistake. Water slow.
Ignore the lies of Atlas and his parasites. Rapture is on the rise.
Yeah, they figured it out.
Hey Bella, don't you want to take a walk with me?
Random bots getting stuck on the architecture. What's this over here then? Proximity mine, which I'm full on. And a dead end. There's a bunch of stuff that I'm full on. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. No doubt, no doubt. Is this where the... yeah, over this side. So, hold on. Behind me. Yeah.
What's the matter, Frank? It's this thinning hair again. Every day there's less and less.
You know, the problem's not in your hair. It's in your jeans.
Hey, I don't go in for all that splicing stuff. My buddy says it's not safe.
Shows you what your buddy knows.
Your buddy's a fucking idiot. You should kill him. What? Pretty full. But the gift shop was literally just a shop. And a turn off the bots button. Okay. On we go then. Would be nice if I could have opened up a shortcut along the way, but oh well. This is it? Yeah? Pretty sure. Go this way? Ugh, water. Let me through! Oh my god. Stop telling me to take the elevator up and confront Fontaine. I know. I know already. I understand. I'm getting there.
When I say it isn't!
Goldberger's Wharf. Ah, fire hot.
Andrew Ryan reminds us, we all make choices, but in the end, our choices make us.
Alright. Let's do it. Pretty sure this is the finale. Could be wrong. Pretty sure this is the finale. I think. Yeah, it is. Fontaine. Here we go. It's been a long road. Quite a number of episodes. It's taken me longer to get to this point than I thought it would. But I think that's because I've been sort of exploring more.
I remember when me and the crowd put you in that sub. You were no more than 2. You were my ace in the hole. But you were also the closest thing I ever had to a son. And that's why this hurts. Betrayal, kid. Life ain't strictly business.
Here we go. Drain him.
Go! Go now! Hit it with the needle!
Come and get it, Luke! I'll get you! I paid good money for you. And this is what I get?
Stab him again.
You think I'm alone in this world? I got more than enough mugs to watch my back while I recharge. You little nut!
What? Why do I have that on? Ow.
Then I'm gonna cut you into bits.
Drain him.
Come and get! I'll get you!
Sorry, robot.
You little nut! Run from the light!
Oh, those splices around. I only just realized.
Come and get it, Luke!
There's no more bullets.
Come and get it, Luke! Is that all you got?
Ooh, heat-seeking RPGs. Thank you, small child.
You bust!
Oh, they're real good at seeking.
Catch my breath. And I'm gonna bury you.
No more admin.
I had you built. I sent you topside. I called you back, showed you what you was capable of. Even that life you thought you had, that was something I dreamed up and had tattooed inside your head. Now, if you don't call that family, I don't know what is. And now,
They're violent. Never anger the swarm. Hello.
They offered you this city. And you refused it. And what did you do instead? What I've come to expect of you. You saved them. You gave them the one thing that was stolen from them. A chance. A chance to learn. To find love. To live. And in the end, what was your reward? You never said. But I think I know. A family.
Top game. Amazing game. Really is. It really is. Like, it is iconic. It will hopefully always be something that is referenced and, you know, continues on. And my words are a bit disjointed just because I'm trying to reduce the volume a little bit. But hopefully it'll always be something that is remembered. Right? People talk about games like System Shock. People talk about games in the past, you know, whether it be things like the original Super Mario Brothers, or just Mario Brothers, right? Or original Donkey Kong, or Pac-Man, or as sort of time went on, you know, games like Tomb Raider, games like... there's so many. But they're just sort of like these iconic games that are like these, not milestone moments, but these moments in gaming that's like, there could have been 100 other games out at the time. But if you look at the history of gaming, over the thousands of different games that have come out and will come out in the future, there's like a chain of games that changed the industry. A chain of games that were memorable, whether it be for their story or their gameplay or the way that the community found them or sort of swarmed around them or whatever. And as much as games like Ark, right, I know this is a bit of a tangent, Ark Survival Evolved is very popular and it's been around for a long time and will continue to be around and is sort of like a known entity, it's not going to be the same as something like BioShock, right? It's not going to be remembered the same way in like an icon sense. It might be popular, a lot of people might have played it, but like BioShock 1 specifically, not even the franchise, but BioShock 1 specifically, is a game that at the time, when it first came out, absolutely blew people away. It still has its flaws, it still has its things that, you know, are different to other games or that it could have improved upon, sure. But the design of it, the art style, the theme, the writing, the gameplay itself is still pretty good. Again, I'm sure that there are people out there that be like, oh, I didn't like it because of this or whatever. That's fine. It's not about whether or not it's your favorite game. It's about the fact that it was a point in time, a postcard in gaming history, right? It's like how people call games Metroidvanias, or games like Dark Souls. Right, Dark Souls is another one. Dark Souls will always be remembered. You know, things that people look back on and go, that was that game. And they refer to other games in the context of, what's it more like? Right? Like, you don't look at a platformer and go, oh yeah, it's a lot like Glover. Glover was a great game. But you don't sort of go, yeah, it was like Glover, because people are going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about? What's Glover? Or like, oh, well, it's kind of like it's a flying game where you sort of fly around and you do shooting and stuff. It's like, oh, it's like Ace Combat. No. Not Ace Combat. It's like Buck Bumble. Buck Bumble. No. Buck Bumble might have a cult following. But it's not the same. Right, people will talk about the movie Citizen Kane. I've never seen it. I know the whole, like, Rosebud, all that sort of thing. Never seen it. But it is an iconic movie. For a lot of people. Right? Same as, you know, and people talk a lot of shit about the Marvel movies. Because it doesn't have to be a whole franchise. People talk a lot of shit about the Marvel movies, but people that have seen it will always be like, Endgame was you know, a point in time that was like, this is an iconic movie. And BioShock's just one of those things. It's one of those, like, it's a Hall of Fame game. Even if you don't like it, that's cool and all, but that's not what it's there for. It's not there because it never crashed. It's not there because it always saved without any issues. It's not there because there weren't any other issues with it. It's there because it's BioShock. And that's what it is. And it always will be. I think what we might do now is have a quick look around in the museum. Have a look around in the museum. Just to see what it's like. I like to think that you still stink badly, or you still smell like a Big Daddy after you've died. Welcome to the Museum of Orphan Concepts, a guided tour of ideas that Irrational Games discarded or reworked heavily during the making of the original BioShock. I like that, like it's in the city. That's really cool. Andrew Ryan presents The Kickettes, 2 weeks only, at Fleet Hall. It's just such a cool city. I really do love it. It really does remind me a lot of, well, remind me of, but it's very similar in my thoughts to Nobody Wants to Die. All big statues. Hey, where do we begin? I guess we'll sort of just like loop around. That's cool, like all busted up. Is that flooded? Oh no, they're trees. So was it like in a forest or what? First concept art exhibit, forest concept art. Irrational's artists tried to envisage how an underwater city would actually function in this early conceptual work. One idea imagined a thick forest for the purpose of oxygen exchange, seen here with an observation catwalk running around the edge. The concept of using trees for oxygen exchange made it into the final game in the Arcadia level, yes. Yes, it did. That's really cool though. I like the look of that. Like the lights mounted on the trees and stuff. Oh god. That's nasty. The Gatherer. May be hard to imagine that this creature, whose job it was to reclaim Adam from corpses around Rapture, was the earliest iteration of the idea behind the Little Sisters. Since the Gatherer generated absolutely no sympathy from players, the team experimented with concepts for featuring a number of animals, including the infamous dog in a wheelchair. What? And later a grotesque miniature humanoid. Finally, a concept sketch of a deformed child inspired the Eureka moment responsible for the Little Sisters. So this was like the original. Yeah, no, I wouldn't care. These look more like the grubs that you pull out of them. Yeah, I wouldn't be like, oh, I need to take care of these little grubs. They're terrifying. They look more like an enemy. These different Big Daddy types, are they? Ooh. Slow Pro Fum. Irrational's internal name for this prototype Big Daddy variant, who mauled players with an enormous hook and fired iron bearings from a barrel. It stood for Slow Projectile, Fucked Up Melee. He survived long enough to become a fully functional AI, but the team eventually cut him to focus on polishing the other two Big Daddy types. The model later appeared in BioShock 2 as the Rumbler, throwing miniature turrets instead of cannonballs. Oh. Interesting. So he's in BioShock 2, hey? There you go. Fascinating stuff. Hanging sea life. Not as much a cut concept as an Easter egg for observant museum visitors. These sea creatures can be seen swimming past the player's view during the bathysphere ride down to Rapture in BioShock's opening sequence. There you go. What are you? An early bouncer. The original model for the bouncer type of Big Daddy featured a flat-headed drill at the end of each arm. The Big Daddies were envisioned as the builders of Rapture, with weapons modified from tools that they would have used in its construction. When the Gatherers were reimagined as little sisters, one of the bouncer's drills was changed to a gloved hand so that the two characters could interact with each other. Right. There was the drill and then he changed it so that he'd like pick her up and chuck her on his back and stuff. That's cool. The biggest anglerfish, holy shit. There's a lot of stuff down here. Oh god. Oh, that's terrifying. Ranged aggressor. Okay. Looks more like a Doom enemy. Stitchy. The first splicer that Irrational created for BioShock. Stitchy was used in many early concept demos and was fully functional in-game with kinematics, hit reactions, and voiceover. It took us that long to realise that he wasn't a good model, says lead artist Sean Robertson. This is probably the worst abortion that Irrational has ever made. Does that mean worst as in, like, it's a terrifying abortion, or as in it's the worst thing that we've ever gotten rid of? That's yeah, okay. Early splicer concept art. These are some of the first concept sketches to show BioShock's enemies moving in a more human-like direction. Artists coupled that approach with the idea that Adam deformed the body in a way related to the intended function. For instance, a giant grotesque arm on a melee enemy. Yeah, I mean that's kind of standard across games, is like having a messed up arm. Okay, so this is just a different one. Interesting. I wonder if that would have been a weak point on their chest. Oh, what are you? You're kind of terrifying too, aren't you? It's like growing out of his face. Pre-Yam hand. Before solidifying the fiction around Adam, Irrational experimented with the idea of it being an external injected substance. Here you can see us playing around with Adam being mechanically injected, said lead artist Sean Robertson. But this splicer's got vials of it on his belt. This model was created, but never made it into the game in any form. Okay, so he just had him on his belt to juice himself up as he goes, which is kind of what Atlas does at the end. Rifleman? Moving from grotesque to human was a slow process. While early concepts saw the melee enemies grew monstrous arms, the team had trouble conveying how someone who had spliced to become a marksman would appear. Early Big Daddy concept art. These are early concepts for the rosy type of Big Daddy, who, like the bouncer, was envisioned as a construction worker who had been repurposed as a protector for the Gatherers. Right, so they weren't like originally made for that. Which is kind of funny because as you... Isn't there a Big Daddy welding? He's like in a tube welding something? Or am I remembering incorrectly? Could have sworn. It's just Rosie again. I love the concept art. Like, that'd make a cool poster or display or whatever. What about these guys? Yeah, in 2? Right. The Big Daddies, originally called Protectors, were envisioned as dive-suited construction workers retasked with the defense of atom gatherers. They used construction tools or improvised weapons that looked like they had been found on the seafloor. From left to right are the early concepts for the melee, ranged, and slow projectile protectors. Oh yeah, like a rivet gun. The tentacles coming out of him. So it's like they had like sea creature stuff. Kind of trippy. You're trippy. This is like an early spider splicer, I guess. Look at the little hooks on their feet and everything. Hot. She doesn't look happy. The hooker. Created around the same time as Stitchy and the Grenadier, this splicer was dubbed the hooker because of a weapon of choice. Get it? That's why she's a hooker? Anyway. This concept evolved into the spider splicer when it was decided that splicer models could fill any behavior role, and the hooker model later became the Baby Jane splicer? The Baby Jane? What's the Baby Jane? The hooker model later became the Baby Jane splicer. Did I miss something? What's the Baby Jane splicer? What are you? You're terrifying. Whatever's on him never got textures. The Grenadier. Grey Elephant Splicer. Or this Grey Elephantine Splicer was an early Grenadier from the same period of development as Stitchy and Hooker. So they're not called Grenadiers, what are they called? Are they thermite splicers? That's not it. Something. He was a guy who spliced to carry around giant grenades and throw them at you, said lead artist Sean Robertson. The model was built and textured but never animated. I feel like having like a bunch of like just big grotesque people, I think probably would have taken away from it in the end. Like, obviously that's what was decided, but for the context of like, I think it would have been just another game, you know? Pretty cool. I like it. It's different. Oh, there's like all bodies outside the window. Neptune's Bounty. This area appears in the Neptune's Bounty level of BioShock, but the bodies floating in the ocean were cut late in development when they cast shadows proved too distracting for the action in the room. Ah. I think a scene where you saw a bunch of bodies outside the window would have been really cool. I mean, obviously it would have been too hard to just remove the shadows from those entities, but I think it would have been really cool. Because we don't get that, right? We don't get a moment where you see a bunch of people floating around outside a window. This looks kind of like a moon pool. Environmental study. This location depicted here was built for the Vision demo of BioShock. A small level demonstrating several of the key elements of the game, such as the Big Daddies and the Gatherers. Interesting. I kind of want to go back and check out. It might be somewhere online. I mean, the game, the era that this game came out would have been early YouTube era, so it may not have much up, or it may be in like 360p or whatever, but there might be some early demo footage and stuff out there of BioShock. I know Halo 2? Pretty sure it was Halo 2, had a video. It was like a whole level that Bungie did. That was not in the end game. It was not in the final game. And I watched that video, went for a little while, watched that video over and over again. I can't remember where it was on a demo disc or if it was on like the Xbox dashboard back in the day, or I don't remember how I got hold of it. Maybe I downloaded it from somewhere. Used to go to the library computers. And I don't mean the library computers at school, I mean the library computers at the library in the city. And I download a whole bunch of stuff. I download that and Red vs. Blue and new trailers and whatever else and take them to a mate's place. And plug in the USB and watch a bunch of stuff. This looks really cool too. This is the theatre, obviously. But it changed quite a bit. Fleet Hall concept art. The early concept for Sander Cohen's Fleet Hall was created after level building had begun. When the designers found they were having difficulty conceptualizing the theatre space, it was one of the earliest spaces built for BioShock, and many of the assets used in this museum came from that area. Yeah, I can see that. It explains like why going out the front, it's you can see like the Fleet Hall stuff, like over there, wherever it is. It's like as far as canonicity is concerned, this place is nearby. What are we looking at? Is that a bathysphere? What is that? Well, you're way older than me. Yeah, I know. I know. That's not a new bit of information. No, I finished high school. It was before 2010, but it was sort of the mid to late 2000s. Iconic Rapture concepts. This was the first image that really captured all the visual elements that made BioShock BioShock. A large view of the ocean, the aquatic lighting scene, and the elegant Art Deco design elements. Without this image, BioShock would have been a radically different beast. Without this image, BioShock would have been a radically different beast. It's pretty wild. What a cool image. Actually, you know what? See if we can get it in such a way. Little more, little more. I think that's pretty much as good as we're gonna get. What do you mean screenshot failed? What am I, like, out of space on my hard drive or something? Maybe I'm just not allowed to take screenshots in here. Oh, well, fuck you then. Don't worry about it. What on earth are you? With your big tentacly arm. See, this looks like something more out of, like, Resident Evil. This looks like a Resident Evil enemy. What are you? The Yam Hand. This character, derisively called Yam Hand around Irrational Games, was the poster child of the conceptual phase that preceded the decision to go with human enemies. I'd point out the drawings behind the model, says lead artist Sean Robertson. You can see the top one got built. The other two inform the design as well. As we trended more towards humanoids, the Scooby-Doo monsters got goofier and less crazy. Like, I feel like that's kind of close. I mean, this is kind of like the one that's down there, the one that had, like, oh, his face is sort of connected. I think they could have done well, like, having these as one-off, like, mini-bosses. You know what I mean? Having all these guys as, like, one-off mini-bosses could have been cool, like, in a certain area. But they would have had to develop all the animations and the AI and everything for those individual things, and it would have just made things a lot more difficult. Whereas you can just use the two different Big Daddies as mini-bosses and have them wherever you want. What are you? Snake Man or something? Tentacle Eel Man? I don't know. Early creature concepts. These were some of the earliest pieces done for BioShock. From back when Irrational was still working on SWAT 4. The only concrete ideas at that point were an undersea city and biological experimentation. The early concepts focused on these themes. That's pretty crazy. That's terrifying. What the fuck are you? That's more like a bat or something. Well, not a bat, but like his head looks kind of like a bat, you know? Oh, what's that? I'll look at that one in a sec. It's early creature concepts. Undersea city and biological experimentation. So that's all they knew. They were just like, it's going to be an undersea city, and people have been experimenting on people. And they're like, okay, this is what we can do. Well, not even on people, just on stuff. Huh. Slime from the slug, blood on the inside of the glass ports, tarnished brass. Okay, so they were kind of almost, not zombie-like, but like, they weren't real great as, like, you wouldn't want to crack that open and see what's inside it anymore. Early Big Daddy concept art. This was the 4th Protector concept, originally created with an organic slug attached to it. The model was started but never completed as the team narrowed their focus to 3 and finally just 2 Big Daddy types. I still like this as a Protector, says artist Rob Waters. We started modelling, and I really pushed to get it in, even just as a static model on the floor, but it never made it. That's a shame. It's kind of cool, because it looks like he's got, like, rather than, like, it looks like they're sort of mechanical joints, even though it's still supposed to be someone in a suit. What are you? Looks like a ticket booth and stuff. Iconic Rapture concepts. This was one of several paintings that tried to portray the most important elements of Rapture at once. These images would help define the ruined underwater Art Deco aesthetic that the team was attempting to capture. Yeah. That's pretty cool. I like it. You're more humanoid, but you're also massive. I wonder if they, like, made these models a bit bigger for you to be able to have a closer look at, or if they were genuinely all supposed to be the size that they are. Like, were they originally, when they made them, were they, like, supposed to be this big once they put them in game, or were they enlarged models to be like, okay, we need to have a better look at the detail, you know? Very curious. Oh, he's got, like, a thing going into his heart, which would have been where the atom and stuff is connected, I guess. Directly into the heart. The missing link model. This character is essentially the missing link between the grotesque early designs and the human splices that appear in BioShock. This was the last bad model we did before moving on to what would actually went into the shipping game, says Sean Robertson. After playing with him for a while, we just said, why don't we use humans instead? I always thought of these as Scooby-Doo monsters, because they were too inhuman to invoke empathy. Yeah, it does look a lot like a not Nemesis. What are they called? What are they called in Resident Evil? They're like big people, like Mr. X sort of shit. This is cool. This is an early bathysphere prototype. Sub-bay concept art. Concept sketch depicting what it would later become Submarine Bay, an area which hosted an important scene for Atlas. Ah, yep. That seems pretty cool. It was a bit weird that it was just a big cave with like one submarine bay that I saw. I mean, there might have been more there, but... Big Daddy. That's the bouncer. That's one of the early bouncers that had the 2 punching hands. And that's an airlock? Yeah? Early airlock, maybe? Big Daddy concept art. This is an early concept depicting a Big Daddy bursting through a wall, which inspired the audio log in the Big Daddy training grounds area about a rogue Big Daddy. The player then encountered him at the end of the level. There was a rogue Big Daddy audio log in the grounds? Was there now? Huh. I know I missed a bunch of audio logs. I don't know how many exactly, but I definitely feel like I missed a fair few. Random little shop, booth, thing. Have I missed anything? I don't think so. There's no map button. No weapons, no... Just movement. Oh, very cool. Cannonballs. I would have wrecked your shit. Well, that's very cool. Very, very cool. I cannot escape. No escape shall be had for me. It is a wall. I like it a lot, though. I like it a lot. BioShock is a gorgeous game. If you've watched all the way through the series up to this point, then you know that already. Or maybe you're just questioning it yourself. You still don't necessarily think so. But if you have watched this far and you're watching all the way through, well, probably don't intend on necessarily playing through it yourself. And that's okay. Because, like I was saying before, it's like a... like a touchstone. Like a moment in gaming history. And this being the remaster, obviously there's a few other things. Like there was a couple of plasmids that weren't part of the base game and whatever. And there's some challenge rooms as well, which we haven't done. I might do them in another episode. Maybe we'll have a random BioShock 1 episode one day where I go through and do the challenge rooms, but yeah, for now, that's really all she wrote. Bodlings, thank you for coming on the journey with me. And for everybody that has been here live. It's been a pleasure. We will be doing BioShock 2 and BioShock Infinite. I don't know if we're going to be doing them straight after this, or maybe it'll be a year from now. I have no idea. But that's the intent, is to play through 2 and 3. I've never played 2, and I only got halfway through Infinite. And we'll do all the DLC and stuff for them as well. Like I said, I do want to do the challenge rooms of this, but I don't know if I'm just going to do them straight away or not. We'll see what happens. Could just be a random episode down the track. But if you've been watching this, or if you are watching this tomorrow, 10 years from now, or long after I'm gone, you're awesome. And I am sure that you'll hear from me again. I'll catch you next time. See ya.